What's going on, everybody? So today I decided I was going to make sort of a part 2 to my original tier list videos, but this time I'm going to be focusing more on fitness influencers. I think there's one self-improvement person that I have on here, but to make things, a little bit more fluent, I'm just going to be sticking to influencers because there were a lot of people, not a lot, but like a few people that were upset with some of the rankings just because it was a little bit difficult to be placing philosophers right next to fitness influencers. So I'm going to be trying to make sure I'm able to balance all of that correctly. But yeah, I don't want to waste anybody's time, so let's just go straight into the video, and I'm going to be first talking about how I'm going to be ranking these people. So let's just get straight into this. Okay, so first I want to go over how they're going to be ranked. I don't have a ton of points like last time, but very quickly I'm going to be ranking them based on 3 points. 1, the information they put out. Number 2, their overall status. And number 3, do they in general have a positive message that is spread nobly? So information they put out, is it accurate? Is it very correct? Are they putting out false information? Are they lying? That's gonna be a big thing. Overall status within the fitness industry, do they have the respect of their peers? And then do they in general have a positive message that is spread nobly? How many people are talking about the positives as opposed to the negatives with some of these people? You're also gonna notice that with some of these, I've also had them in the previous tier list, but I feel like it's more fair to re-rank them now. So let's just get this out of the way. And now, without further ado, just get to what y'all wanted to see in the first place, which is the actual tier list. Now, by the way, I just realized that I actually didn't explain the way the tier lists were going to be working. So this is editing Nate right now, who kind of realized that I need to explain this a little bit better. Downest level is going to be like the legends in the fitness industry. Smart and entertaining are people who in general place very good information for their audience and are entertaining in a lot of ways. Pretty amazing is for people who are more on the entertaining spectrum. They're not really into providing information. They just kind of do vlogs. They do calorie videos. They're more interested in like entertaining people. Decent are people that are okay. They sometimes can be called out on their information. Not that great is people who in general are not always the best people to listen to. They get things very wrong, or they just repeat the same basic information, or when they do say anything new, it's usually false. And then finally, bad, I think there's only gonna probably be like 2 people in this category, and these are just people that should not be listened to at all. But anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let me make sure we get right back in to the video. Let's start off with Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette has weirdly become like more controversial within the past couple of years. I liked him at the very beginning. He is very, very good at the clickbait thumbnails and the titles. Overall, he is a very honest person. I do think he can go overboard sometimes. He does know how to play the YouTube game quite well. So I think we're gonna be placing him in the smart and entertaining category. Now, next up, Sean Nalawane. Same thing with Greg Doucette. Very great with getting all the information around and just overall putting it all together, making it concise, gives out very, very scientific explanations for everything and makes sure to back everything up. He always makes sure to cite his sources, which is a great thing too. So I think I'm also gonna put him in the smart and entertaining category. Ronnie Coleman, I mean, you gotta put him in the Adonis category. Okay, next up, First Man. More of the self-improvement type of YouTuber, but someone who I still think provides a lot of great information. That whole Memulous thing was a little strange to me, but besides that being like the only thing that I've seen, he is overall pretty entertaining. He was like probably one of the first self-improvement YouTubers to actually pop up. Is doing great with his business, so I'm also going to put him in the smart and entertaining category. This one may be a little bit controversial, but I'm going to put him in the pretty amazing category, and that's just because of the fact that he is an incredibly, like one of the strongest people on the entire planet, but his videos mainly relate to, entertaining people. He's still a great person. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that he's at all bad. It's just he's more focused on entertaining. But no, overall, I think he's one of the most hilarious people on the entire platform for fitness. Overall, someone that I think everyone could look up to. Hey, I always pronounce his name wrong, so I'm sorry for pronouncing it wrong, but Arcadelio makes very short form content, overall pretty smart, and is able to make everything pretty digestible for his audience. Now, I think I'm also gonna put him in the smart and entertaining category. Steph Myers, I think I'm also gonna just put in the pretty amazing category. Again, he's more into like the vlogging and showing the lifestyle and getting you hyped for stuff. Dr. Mike from Renaissance Periodization, I mean, do I really need to even explain it? Smart and entertaining, one of the smartest people, and is incredibly entertaining and is just absolutely hilarious when it comes to video making. Evan Lavrone, Adonis. I mean, literally, if it wasn't for Ronnie Coleman, probably would have been like a 4-time Mr. Olympia. So absolutely phenomenal, incredible physique. Max Taylor. I love his video making style. I'm sort of familiar with his content, but I think I'm also gonna put him in the pretty amazing category. I think in general, very great physique, very great discipline to be participating at shows, all that great stuff. Brody Shreds, again, another controversial pick. I'm gonna put him in the decent category just because he's focused more on comedy. Honestly, when I watch his bits, I mean, it's just, some of them are really funny, some of them are really basic. I don't know, he's in my opinion, he's just, again, he's done very, very great for himself, so no bad mouthing him on my part. Overall, I think his bits can get a little bit stale after a while, but overall, I think he's a pretty funny dude. I mean, Giga Chad, the reason I created this category, and enough said. Anyways, Sam Sulek. I think I'm also gonna put him in the pretty amazing category. Has been popping off for like the past 2-3 years. I don't need to talk to y'all about him. I mean, if you're at all into fitness, you know exactly who he is. Alex Eubank. I think I'm gonna put him right next to Brody Shreds. He really, really obsesses over being natty, like doing natty or not videos. Overall, I don't really see myself coming back to his videos. Not by any stretch is he like bad or anything or spreading misinformation, but he gets into like a new controversy a lot of the time. And overall, I do think he can be pretty entertaining, but I think it's more of him interacting with other people. I really do love his podcast with the Trent Twins though. Jay Cutler, I mean, 4-time Mr. Olympia, absolutely one of the biggest inspirations to most bodybuilders today. He has to belong in the Adonis category. E-Shred. Enough said. Okay, next up, Josh Brett. I think I'm also gonna put him in the smart entertaining category. Makes amazing video essays, really explain everything. He's actually someone who actually was able to call out V-Shred on a lot of his stuff, but overall, I mean, I just wish the guy would make more content. Really, that's my only complaint. Chris Bumstead. Another one in the Adonis category, has one of the most aesthetic physiques of all time, and I think the majority of us who are into bodybuilding would kill for his physique. Lex Little, also in the pretty amazing category. Him and Steph and Max Taylor and Sam Sulek and Eddie Hall all belong in the same category. Pretty amazing, but they're more focused on the lifestyle and, you know, that sort of thing. Great for motivation and all that. Jeff Nippard, I think I'm gonna place in the smart and entertaining category. I mean, if Dr. Mike and Greg Doucette and Sean Nalawani were all combined into one, they would probably all look like Jeff Nippard. Next up, Kino Body. Great physique, can be a little full of himself. It's very strange. I don't think he is at all bad. I think I'm gonna place him in the decent category. He has made very, very suspicious claims, has been caught lying on Instagram posts before. Overall, I think he is okay, and again, he has a great physique, but someone who just kind of gets embroiled in controversy a lot. Mazzetti, Bro Science Life. Pretty amazing, one of the most funny YouTubers of all time, and in my opinion, my favorite comedy fitness YouTuber. Arnold, I mean, again, majority of people would kill for a physique like his. I mean, just an absolute freaking inspiration to the majority of people. I mean, I almost feel like I should create a category right above this, but no, this seems like this is where he should be. Vegan Gains. I feel like there is 1,000,001 videos describing why this guy is just not great. I mean, he tried to film his grandfather, gets very, very aggressive when talking about veganism. I think he's literally said like people who, in like his ideal world, people who do not believe in veganism should like die and stuff like that. Again, I may be wrong about that, but I swear I've heard them say that before. I think Turkey Tom did like a great video like dissecting all of what Vegan Gains is like. Brian Shaw, I think I'm also gonna place him in the, I gotta place him in the Adonis category. He's just absolutely one of the strongest men alive. I mean, just look at the Vice documentary they did on him. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing overall. And finally, Chris Heria. I think I am gonna have to place him in the not that great category. Just in general, he seems to have a really big ego about himself and is more focused on, he's like a fitness influencer times 1,000,000. Like, where everybody in this category, in the pretty amazing category, is focused on spreading like, you know, good vibes and all that, and they seem to have like very humble attitudes. Chris Heria, I think, has been exposed for just having a ginormous ego and just constantly trying to put himself at the very top. Overall, that's my ranking. Maybe some of y'all disagree. Maybe some of y'all think I should do another one of totally new fitness influencers, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if y'all did, make sure to scroll down right now, make sure to like, subscribe, and to turn on notifications and to leave a comment. Stay safe, stay smart, start taking accountability today. Peace.